So, here I am. Hello, everybody. Welcome. How many people are here? 13. Wow. That worked out well this time. And I'm getting better at this. I didn't have to go through the whole... Oh, is the cat here? I'm sure the cat will be here soon. She's going to want to say hi, too. What I was saying is I didn't have to go through this whole phase of sitting here and wondering, is it working? Is anybody there? It worked all really well this time. And look, a beautiful Christmas setup. Do you like it? The one thing that I still need to do here is rearrange it so I can see what you guys are writing in the comments. That's one thing that I forget. And now I can't figure out how to do it either. Sorry, you guys. Did anybody write anything yet? Maybe there's no comments at all. I have this thing here on the side, but I see nothing written. So let me go to YouTube. How's everybody doing tonight? Any Minnesotans out there who just watched the Vikings lose? I just talked to my mom a little bit ago, so I know that the Vikings lost to the Colts. But you know that I'm also not really into football. Okay. Hold on. How do I do this again? All right. I was all proud of the fact that there was no awkward beginning, and here we are, awkward beginning again. Oh, now I got it. Okay. All right, so let me see here. Harry Nicholson was the first, and Peter's here. Hey, Peter, Griffin, Scott, Life with Us, Andrew, Trisha, Ferdinand. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you, and I'm glad you're here too. This is my 5th live stream, I guess you could call it. And for those of you who watch me a lot, you'll know that the last time I did one of these, I was on the Harmony of the Seas, the biggest cruise ship in the world. Try to recreate the effect without using my editing program. Probably not as interesting, is it? And now I'm back here at home. I've been back home for what, like 3 weeks now? Sometimes it feels like forever ago, and sometimes it feels like I just got off the ship. Partly because I still have a hole in my foot. For those of you who don't know, on the cruise, I gashed open my foot, had to go to the medical center on the ship, had to get stitches, and when I got home, after I got the stitches out, the flap of skin that they sewed back onto my foot, it fell off anyways. So now I have a big hole in my foot. Well, now I have a hole in my foot. Big, I guess, is relative, but it's a nice reminder of my wonderful time on the Harmony of the Seas. And you also know that you may also hear that I've got a cold again. All right, who else is here? I'm trying to read everybody's names. I've got Meme Enthusiast and Daniela, and yeah. Let me get to some questions. I can't stay for really long tonight, but I definitely wanted to come and say hi and do a little bit of Q&A about the Harmony now that I'm back and now that you guys have seen some of the videos. And I want to tell you about our upcoming Disney trip. So Ferdinand asks, what is the longest cruise I ever had? The longest cruise I ever did was on the Norwegian Epic. It was a transatlantic cruise from Miami to Barcelona, and I think it was 13 days. So search through my videos. There's a whole playlist because I vlog just about every day on that trip. And there's some really interesting things, and that's where the famous cone lady was born, or where I saw her. Griffin asked if I was able to ride the Perfect Storm. I only got to do one of the water slides, and that was the one with the bowl. So if that was the Perfect Storm, yes. And if the other two that are all twisty are the Perfect Storm, unfortunately, no, I didn't get to do those. And you're welcome. Who else has got some questions from the Harmony of the Seas? Have you guys been watching the videos? What do you think? Soon, I will start with the daily vlogs of getting on the ship and what I did every day. And there's going to be more ship tour videos, as well as a video about going to the Wonderland restaurant and a video about going to the escape room on board and some other fun little things like the secret sun deck and things like that. And I'm really looking forward to sharing them with you. All right. Have I ever been on the NCL Epic? Well, I just sort of answered that question. Yes, I have for 13 days. Did you prefer that or Harmony? Tough to say. I think they both are really great ships with a lot of really fun stuff on it. And as anybody knows, I'm really bad at picking favorite things. So I think they're both good, but sort of in their own ways. Scott asks, hi, we are booked on our first cruise. We've chosen flexible dining as we have 2 kids. Do you think we've done the right thing? Yes, definitely you did the right thing. Peter asks, what was my favorite village on the Harmony? The different areas of the ship on the Harmony or on all the Oasis class are called villages. And there's the boardwalk and Central Park and the promenade and then entertainment place. Oh, you guys. Oh, I can't tell you. While I was on board, I kept calling it the Entertainment Palace. And I thought that it was called the Entertainment Palace, but it's not. It's called the Entertainment Place. And now I feel like such an idiot because I already uploaded at least 1 or 2 videos where I'm calling it the Entertainment Palace. And now all the videos I upload after that, I have to edit it out so that you can't hear me saying palace because I feel like that just makes me sound so stupid. But I don't know how I made that mistake. I was sure that it was called palace. Anyways, the question was, what was my favorite neighborhood? And I know people ask me favorites all the time, and I'm really bad at that. I really liked the Royal Promenade, and just because of all the different things going on in there, and Central Park was just so different, you know, to have a living park on a ship that was calm and where it gets dark at night and where you can sit under a tree, and that was really interesting. So didn't pick a favorite, but told you a little bit about what I thought about them. Do I prefer mega ships or smaller ships? Yes. How was the service on board? This is that last question was from Adam. This is from Charismata Chick. How was the service on board? Do you think there was enough staff for the amount of guests on board? Yes. I know that I've heard a lot of complaints about the service on the Oasis class and especially on the Harmony, but the only place where I thought that the service was a little bit lacking was in the Mexican restaurant that I went to on the first night. Also a video coming about that. It's called Sabor, the restaurant. And that's where I felt like this poor waiter, he's running around like crazy and he's so busy trying to get everybody taken care of. But other than that, I mean, I still had pretty good service. But other than that, no complaints. Andrew writes, boarding the Enchantment in a week. Book reservations at Chop. How is it? Is it worth it? Or at Chops? Well, I can't really tell you because Chops is a steakhouse and I'm a vegetarian and I've never eaten there. However, I just found out from a friend I made on board. It's Instagrammer, Miss Marzipan. She has a food-related Instagram and posts really great recipes and beautiful pictures of some amazing and tasty looking food. Anyways, she told me that she was invited to Chops and that they have vegetarian options so that if somebody wants to have a celebration there or whatever, that everybody's welcome. So I'm sorry, I don't know. I've never eaten at Chops and I can't tell you firsthand what it's like to eat there. Ferdinand asks, what's the difference between American cruises and European cruises? Well, I actually have been on both, so I can answer that question. And I think the American cruises, the big American cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and Carnival and Norwegian, they spend a little bit more energy and effort on the entire entertainment package, on having great shows, on having fun things like water slides on board and comedy clubs and things like that. And I think that the European ships tend to spend a little more emphasis on food and like wine tastings and things like that. So the American lines are a little bit more about fun and a variety of activities, and the European lines have less fun, less organized activities, and more great restaurants and bars. I guess that's how I would answer that question. Um, Sean asks if I've changed my mind about the best ships, NCL or Royal Caribbean. It's still a really close draw. And I have to say, I think I enjoyed our cruise on the NCL Getaway a little bit more than I enjoyed the Harmony, but that might not necessarily have anything to do with the ship itself. Kiana asks, what's the most I've spent on a cruise? I don't know. The most expensive one was probably, oh, you know what? It probably was this trip on the Harmony because I sailed alone. And when you sail alone, unless you can get one of the studio cabins, and there's only a few of them on the Harmony, like the bigger NCL ships, like the Epic, the Getaway, and all those, they have studio cabins, a lot of studio cabins. Harmony does not, and I didn't get one, so I had to pay a single supplement, and technically this probably was the most expensive cruise that I've been on. Have you ever been on a Christmas cruise before? No, I haven't. Scott asks, we are all-inclusive with Royal Caribbean. Is it truly all-inclusive, or are there some things we have got to be aware of? Well, I mean, unless you've booked a drink package, what you get is you can eat in several of the restaurants on board, like the Windjammer Cafe, the main dining room, Sorrento's a pizza restaurant, and then there's usually another cafe where you can go, even on the smaller ships. Can't remember what ship you said you're going to be on. And those are all included in the price of your cruise. So that means you can go eat there as many times as you want, and you never have to pay extra. Then, unless you booked a drink package, anything you want to drink that's not iced tea, brewed coffee, water, like lemonade, or yeah, that's about it. Anything that's not included in that list I just said, you're gonna have to pay for, especially things like cola or beer or cocktails. So I hope that answers your question. Matthew and Victoria, hello, greetings back to New Jersey. Hi, Joseph. Griffin asks, what would it take you to take a trans-Pacific cruise 19 to 24 days from Seattle to Sydney? Well, first of all, somebody's gonna have to pay for it. Second of all, I'm gonna have to quit my job. And third of all, it's gonna have to be on at least one of the big NCL ships, because I like cruising, but 19 days or 24 days on the same ship and without stopping any place, with a lot of sea days in between, I don't know if that really sounds like something I want to do. And then the whole thing is, how am I going to get back from Sydney? Because probably the main reason I haven't been, well, one of the main reasons I haven't been to Australia yet is just because it's so far away from where I am and it takes so long to get there. Marcus asks, do I usually book organized trips from the cruise lines or make your excursion on your own? Well, I don't have a usual. It depends on the cruise and where it's going. I've done both, and I recommend doing both. It depends on where I'm going. And I don't have like a golden rule or a rule of thumb. It changes from cruise to cruise and destination to destination. Ferdinand asks, do you always leave the ship when I'm in port? Yes, I don't think, well, wait a second. Yes, I think I have at least gotten off the ship for a couple minutes in every port on every cruise I've been on. But I know that some people don't, especially in Nassau. And that's what Andrew is asking now. Does Nassau really suck as bad as most people say? You know, I don't think that Nassau sucks, but there is a lot of crime there. There is some not so nice areas of the island, but there are also some really beautiful areas of the island. And I went to Atlantis when I was there on the Harmony of the Seas cruise. And I went to Atlantis's water park, the Aquaventure, and it was awesome. It's not for you if you have a really small budget, that's for sure, because the tickets are expensive. But if you have it in your budget, it's great. Marlon asks, how is an RC cruise during winter break? Do you mean winter break like for people in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere? When is your winter break? And where are you going to be going? Where do you want to cruise? It's kind of a very general question, Marlon. I would like to answer it, but I need some more information. Matthew and Victoria ask, is Harmony really too big to be on for just 7 days? Can you get overwhelmed? Well, it depends. I mean, I did feel like after the first 3 or 4 days that I still hadn't seen all of the ship. So that could be overwhelming to some people, but other people could think that's really great because then you never get bored and you always feel like there's something new to discover and explore. I guess it depends on how you look at it. I'm sorry, I have to cough for a second. I'll be right back. Here I am, and I brought something to drink with me. Let me check here what the picture is looking like. This is just water, by the way. As I said before, I have a cold. Here's my Christmas tree. I just put the ornaments on it today. Marcus put the lights on it a couple days ago. Those are our Christmas stockings that my stepmom made for me that I absolutely love. They're really, really great. And this is our house for Christmas. Marcus isn't home right now. It's just me and Chili. I wonder where she is. She'll probably come walking around here eventually. All right, let me get back to a couple more questions about the Harmony or about cruising, and then I'll tell you about our upcoming trip to Orlando. Okay, Marlon says, Christmas break for 7-day cruise on a Northern Hemisphere. Does it get rough? Yeah, it could get rough. I mean, any cruise can get rough. There's no guarantee that you're going to have a smooth cruise. I can tell you that the bigger the ship you're on, the smoother it will be. But if there's a storm or if there's some strong winds, you're going to feel the ship moving. There's no guarantee, no matter what. If I could build a Disneyland anywhere in the world apart from Hamburg, where would I put it? Well, that's not really a cruise-related question, but I'll answer it anyways. If I could build a Disneyland anywhere in the world apart from Hamburg, where would you put it? Well, it would have to be someplace warm where it would be nice to visit it all year round. So maybe someplace in Spain? Yeah, like outside of Barcelona. That's probably where I'd put it. All right, speaking of Disney, we're going back to Orlando, and we've planned this huge trip. I'm starting to think that maybe we've planned too many things, and that at the end it's going to be, yeah, that we're going to need a vacation from the vacation. But sometimes those are the best trips. So this is what we're doing. We're flying to Orlando, and then we're going to stay the first 3 nights at the Sapphire Falls at Universal. It's the newest resort there, and I can't wait to show you around, make a room tour, make a hotel tour of it. And then we've got 2 days of doing Universal and Islands of Adventure. So I'm really looking forward to that again, looking forward to the things that are new since we were there last time, especially the Kong. What's that attraction called? It's the attraction where you meet King Kong. So, and looking forward to riding Gringotts again. Not looking forward to riding Forbidden Journey again. I probably won't ride it, or if I do, it'll be the very last thing. Oh, last time we were there, Hulk wasn't open either, so get to do the new and improved Hulk as well, and that's gonna be cool. So that's the first 3 days. Then we are going to go to Legoland, and we're gonna stay at the Legoland Hotel for 2 nights, and we're gonna do Legoland one day, and then we're going to do Busch Gardens the next day, and the next day we're going to the Kennedy Space Center. So that's all like in 1 week. It's like Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, Legoland, Busch Gardens, Kennedy Space Center. That's the first 5 days. Then on the day that we go to Kennedy Space Center, that's the day we check out of the Legoland Hotel. Looking forward to showing you that too. I bet it's going to be something different than you expected. Then we go to Kennedy Space Center, and that night we check into the Caribbean Beach Resort at Disney, and then we're staying there for a week. I'm going to go to all the parks, and excited to see. There's there's quite a few things that we're excited to see that weren't there last time we were there. Of course, the new Frozen Ever After ride, we already got a fast pass for it. I couldn't believe that there were still fast passes available. And try some new restaurants, and just experience the Disney magic. It's Marcus's birthday while we're there, so this is what he really wanted to do for his birthday, and I have no problem saying yes to that. So that's the plan. For the people who are in the Florida area or are going to be in the Florida area at the end of January, we're going to be there from the 17th through the 29th. And sometime during the course of that time, I'm going to try to organize a little meetup. So be sure to keep following the videos here. I don't know if I'll announce it here or if I'll definitely write it on Facebook and Twitter. So make sure you follow me there to get an update about when that's going to be. And that's coming up in like about a month now. Yeah, like about a month exactly. All right, I'm going to answer a couple more questions and then I got to get going. Joseph asked, what do I think of the Harmonies water slides? Well, they certainly look great. I only got to do one of them, the one with the bowl, which I think is called the Perfect Storm. I don't know exactly. And I really enjoyed that. Jeffrey writes, hi Morgan, just got off the Regal Princess today after 2 weeks, stuck in Atlanta, go figure. Is it snowing? Why are you stuck? Peter asks, what airline am I flying to Orlando? I think we're flying with Delta. Not my favorite, but it was cheap. Ferdinand writes, oh my gosh, Legoland is awesome. Good. I visited it way back when it was still Cypress Gardens, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like nowadays. Tan555, hi there. Scott writes, Hulk was the first roller coaster I ever went on. The Hulk was the first roller coaster you ever went on? Wow, that's a intense ride to be your first ride. Good job. And you still like them? Tan asks if the meetup is going to be in Orlando or in Miami. It will be in Orlando. I'm not going to Miami on this trip, unfortunately, but we have enough to do. Dorado Rider asks, hello, Morgan. How is the food in the main dining room? And we're going on the Allure in 4 weeks. Well, if you watch a lot of my cruise videos, you'll see that I don't really go eat in the main dining room very often, but I know that people rave about the food there, and especially the desserts are pretty cool. So I think you'll be good. Griffin asks, one day I need to go to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. I know your struggle when you tried to get in there. Yes, but there's not enough coverage on YouTube. I know. And I saw that when we're going to be in Orlando, that I think it's Typhoon Lagoon is closed. Or is it Blizzard Beach? That's one of the Disney water parks is closed. But Marcus also said that we really should try to go again, even if we have to pay for the tickets this time and not get any broken free tickets. But if anybody has any tickets they want to send to me, you can do it. Or if you want to make a donation to me, like give me a little tip on patreon.com. If you don't know it, I have like a fundraising page. It's Patreon, so patreon.com/veryunofficial. And if you want, if anybody out there really wants us to go to Typhoon Lagoon or Aquaventure or something like that, then you could, I don't know, what am I trying to say? You could make a donation and then write to me, this is money, so you go to Typhoon Lagoon or whatever, and then I'll do it. All right, let's see. Matthew and Victoria say they're going to be on the breakaway in 21 days and will be in a spa suite. Ooh, very nice. I'm jealous. My wife asked if you had a choice. Our next cruise, we were looking for an inside cabin. Will it be too much of a change? Well, yeah. I mean, going from a spa suite to an inside cabin, yes, that's going to be a big change, but you're still on a cruise, and I think you'll find a way to make it work. You know, personally, I can't afford a spa suite every time. I mean, I've never been in a spa suite, and I would love to just be in a balcony cabin every time, but I can't afford that every time. So I would much rather go on a cruise and be in an inside cabin than not go on a cruise at all. But if I had the choice, of course, I would always like to be in a spa suite. Trisha says, yay, my birthday is on the 23rd of January. Would love to get back there for the meet and birthday trip. Oh, well, let's see if we can make it work. Oh, Jeffrey's boarding his plane to go back home. Let's everybody say bye, Jeffrey. Have a safe flight. Ben asks, when I did the cruise with Aida Luna oh, he's going to Iceland, Spitsbergen, Norway. If I have any tips. Well, I haven't been to any of those ports, so I can't help you with that. I can tell you that the Aida Luna has really great shows. So if you like shows, musical shows with people singing and dancing, rock music and stuff like that, you'll enjoy that. And also 3 buffet restaurants, 3. So that's a good thing too. Oh, there's questions coming in very fast now. I'm trying to keep up. Scott says, I need to get my daughters on a roller coaster. She says, if you mention her, she will definitely go on one. So hey, say hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Listen, I can understand that you might be scared to go on a roller coaster for the first time. And just remember that if you absolutely hate it, you never have to go on it again. And it's like 2 minutes of your life, excuse me, and then it's over. So just go for it. I think you'll like it. Dorado Rider says, Morgan, check out a YouTuber called The Tim Tracker. He lives in Orlando and does a great job in all the theme parks. Thanks, Dorado. And I've been watching Tim Tracker, Tim and Jen, for a while, and I would love to get together with them and make a collab or just hang out with them for a day. And actually, I got in touch with them before my last trip to Orlando, and they didn't have any time. So I think them not having any time was actually them saying, you know, your channel isn't big enough. We're not interested in doing a collab with you. But, you know, maybe if some of you write on some of their videos, oh, my other favorite YouTuber, Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, is going to be in Orlando. You guys should do a video with him. Maybe that will open their eyes. So go do it. All right, a couple more questions, and then I got to go. Harry writes, hi, I'll be on the Harmony of the Seas next week, which you just went on. Any must-dos? Yes, do everything you can in the time you have. That's what I would say. Do everything. There was nothing that I found disappointing or overrated. Uh-oh. Daniela's saying she lost sound. Anybody else lose sound? It seems to still be working for me. Sorry. All right, Trisha's got sound, Griffin's got sound. Good. All right, everybody. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Thank you for coming out to say hi. And I hope you're looking forward to my trip to Orlando as much as I'm looking forward to it now. And stay tuned because there's so many more videos coming from Harmony of the Seas. I think even after I get back from Orlando, I'm still not going to be done with the Harmony of the Seas videos because I've still got so many more ship tour videos coming and another sort of cabin comparison video coming, and then the different restaurants, and then the daily vlogs, of going to Atlantis and going to the beach and cutting my foot and going to the medical center and getting the stitches, all that. It's all coming up in videos. So make sure you check back. And as I always say, be sure to subscribe, but I'm sure you're subscribed if you're watching this now. And share my videos with friends on your social media so they get on board. The more subscribers, the more fun and the more videos I can make. So we're all a part of this together. And I just wanted to say thank you again. And this is the end of Sunday Night Live, episode 5. See you later, and have a Merry Christmas if we don't talk to each other again before then. Bye-bye.